Would you get off your
Sorry.
phone? Oh my God.
Sorry, pay attention to you.
Here we are.
We're back,
We're
baby.
back. We said holiday be damned.
Yeah.
No, because we took off last week for the holiday.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to be without you,
Right.
the satisfied.
Yeah.
For 2 full weeks, because then you wouldn't be the satisfied. You'd be the unsatiated.
Right. And we don't want to leave you like that.
No, we don't want to
We don't want to leave you wanting.
That's what I said. But Nicole and I agreed.
Unfulfilled.
We said at the same time, we said we don't want to turn the satisfied into the unsatiated.
Right.
That's the last thing we want.
That's a great t-shirt right there.
Are you satisfied or unsatiated?
No, it's not a good shirt at all.
It would
Terrible.
be great if we renamed the podcast Unsatiated.
Well, we keep taking weeks off. They're going to be.
They're going to be unsatiated.
Yeah.
Wow. But, it's a big time. Have you been, are you a Memorial Day starts summer? Yeah. Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
And we
You
normally.
start wearing your white again?
Duh. Well, it's not that white. It's just white pants specifically are allowed to wear again.
Oh.
It's not like white at all. I mean, I wear like white whenever I feel like it, but not pants.
You can't wear white pants.
No.
So I can take out my white pants
Go get
again?
your white linen pants out.
I don't wear them with underwear.
Obviously not. You go, they're freak flag fly, baby. Matt has to wear a pair of white pants.
He does?
Yeah, and he also has a pair of white shorts that he thought he had packed to go to our friend's house that we go to every year for Memorial Day. He wakes up and he's like, I don't have them. So like I have like dirty.
I need my friend's shorts.
He goes, all I have is like dirty shorts, and I was like, I mean, how dirty could they be? They wore you wore them yesterday. He was like, I don't know, they like have like semen on them or something. I was like, why do they have semen on them? He's like, I don't know if they have semen on them. And I was like, and wait, I wasn't involved in that semen.
Right.
So why is there? He's like, I'm just saying it's just they're dirty. I'm not
It's
putting
an
them on.
It's not an expression,
No,
by
it's
the way.
not.
You wouldn't say that.
No, it's not like I have like garbage or like,
Yeah, it's like gunk.
Yeah.
Jizz.
So you specifically said semen.
Yeah. No, there's jizz on them. I can't wear them. Why is there jizz on them?
I don't
No,
know.
that's just a colloquial expression.
Never got to the bottom of it.
It is.
Just let it go. So then he goes, I'm going to go get us some coffees. He comes back with like a whole new outfit for the day. I was like, you just went shopping this morning to go like hang out with friends. We're not doing anything. We're sitting in their backyard.
Doesn't he yell at you for that?
Oh, that's what I said. I said, if I had just freaking done this, if I had been like, shoot, I have semen on my dress or on these jean shorts that I wanted to wear.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
I Lewinsky'd my dress. I have to go get
Sorry. And then came back in with a bag of any sort. He would throw me out the window.
Can you imagine that? I'm going for a coffee and you came back with a whole outfit? And he was wearing the outfit?
No.
He was
He had a bag. And then he came down and I was like, okay. And he was like so excited because it was like a Marshalls or a TJ Maxx. And he was like, that place is great. Like, I got some like really expensive stuff for really cheap. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. But like you're not a woman. What are you doing?
Isn't it funny? The things that happen to all men as they age up. Like there's a certain phase in life where you do go like, oh, this TJ Maxx, I never even knew about this.
Yeah.
It's like right when you start to get towards 50 is when you go, TJ Maxx, this place is incredible.
I mean, it really is. And they're not all incredible, but they're like the TJs and Marshalls in certain areas are like next level. They get all like, because it's like high end stuff, but it's like the overflow from it. So,
Right,
it's way cheaper.
The New York City crew
Right.
loves the TJ Maxx in New York City.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this one was in Connecticut and like a very wealthy town in Connecticut. So
Excuse me.
Well, it's not where I live.
No.
Doesn't make me wealthy.
No, but it is. I do find that funny. Like when my dad, there were two phases of my dad, like realizing, okay, first was, and I'll never forget, like maybe it's where I learned, oh, we're scamming. Like we're supposed to be scamming here.
Right.
Where we would get to a restaurant and they'd be like, oh, table for how many? It's like, oh, there's 5 of us, but he's 7 and he's 6.
Right. Well,
and I go, Dad, I'm 8.
Shut
like
up.
he's such an idiot, and my dad would be like, "Oh, must have forgotten again." And in that moment, I go, "Oh, he's scamming." And then I'd look at the children's menu, and it's like anyone under 8 eats free.
Correct.
And I go, "Oh, there's a transition after that, where my dad at like 58 years old, instead of going, oh, I don't want to get old, I don't want to get old." He'd be like, no, I'm 60.
Senior,
I need the senior discount. He was elated when the AARP magazine started coming.
Yes!
And he would just read through, looking for all the coupons. I mean, any place he could get a senior discount, he was getting it way in advance. Now, because he'll go, like, if he fell, like, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm handicapped now. I can park wherever I want. The world is my oyster. I can park wherever I want. I can get a ticket for 30% off. Like, I mean, he's like one of the kids going into Willy Wonka's factory. If you want to view paradise,
simply look around and view it.
all you have to do is be old and fall down.
Oh my God.
And they'll give you the world on a silver platter.
Does he have? Well, there's a few things.
And I feel like Matt, because multiple knee surgeries and getting older, that's going to be him.
Oh, well, when he, after the knee replacement,
Yeah.
he had one of those huge braces.
Right.
And he brought it because it was like just the tail end of him needing it. He was like, I just feel like I'm going to be uncomfortable on the plane. It was better than clear. It was better than pre-check. They took our whole family and cut everyone. Matt goes, I'm wearing this at the airport every time.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Wear it to Disney World.
Yeah. Oh
kidding
my
me?
gosh. Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, this line is for the normies.
Yeah.
Not for the disabled, sir. Right this
and
way.
we don't want your family to have to wait for you.
You put on the white gloves.
Yes.
Did you say disabled? Right this way, sir.
Also, what was your dad doing? He's obviously not, he doesn't parent the way that we do. Because when we were scamming, you let the kid know you're scamming. Hey, we're going to the restaurant. You're 7 years old. No, I'm 8. You're 7 right now. Do you understand? Okay, you got to tell them.
No, I know what you're saying. No, but there was a lot of, in my family, it was always anything bad that was done, you had to leave in the sort of like, oh no, I didn't do that on purpose. Plausible deniability was big in my family. You know, like
And also makes like my kids like it, like when they're in on the scam.
they like that.
Yeah, because they get to like lie and do something wrong.
My kid, we're going to have big problems.
Why?
Last night,
Which one?
and I found out the 8-year-old boy.
Okay.
First of all, we already found like he was hiding a bottle of soda in his room.
At first, I thought you were going to say we found nudie mags. Then I heard a bottle. I was like, a bottle of what?
Well, I mean, this is how it starts, I think.
Yeah.
We found a bottle of soda in his room. And he said, like, once he gets caught, he's like, yeah, you got me. Like, he goes, he had been getting out of bed and just taking a swig of soda because he wasn't allowed to have soda before bed. And so he had a soda up there that he was taking swigs of.
Yeah.
And then last night, we're taping this on a Tuesday. So on Monday night, Megan's over the house because we're going to tape the Raw podcast. And my son had bought, we went to the Home Depot and he loves like crates, like tubs, you know what I mean? Like to put his stuff in a box.
Yeah, why not?
And so he's packing up this box full of stuffed animals, right? And he's like, oh, almost forgot my box. Good night, everybody. And he goes upstairs with my wife and he kind of looks at Megan and they'd whispered to each other earlier. I was like, okay. And Megan was like, can I tell you something? I was like, yeah. She was like, his Nintendo is packed under all of those stuffed animals. And he said that as soon as everybody's gone, he's going to take it out and he's going to play his Nintendo in
Why
bed.
would he tell her that? He must like her.
Well, because he likes it. Because when you do a great scam,
Yeah.
you want somebody in on it with you. And I was like, but I'm not going to tell him that I know. Because number one, I'm not going to rat her out.
Yeah.
But number two, I also love a scam.
You like the scam.
I
You
love the scam.
respect
I
it.
completely respect it. And then this morning, he came out of the room playing his Switch. He was like, hey, Dad,
Took this.
I played Fortnite in bed last night at 10 p.m.
I hit it. You had no idea.
I was like, you did not. He was like, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. But hopefully, I mean, hopefully we learn all the scams now.
Yeah.
So that way, when it gets harmful later, we already know, like, dude, you've been doing all these scams since you were 8 years old. We know them. We knew them then.
Yeah, Keegan's not very good at the scam. Like he'll say, and he thinks also if he like lies, he'll be like, "I'm just joking." I'm like, "That's not a joke. You just lied."
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
You're not. It's not funny. But also, you look at him and you're like, "Are you lying?" You're like, "No, no." Are you lying? Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you just
I
keep
am.
asking him, eventually he will tell you.
I
He
am lying.
can't stand it because I feel like I burn through.
Yeah.
His.
Are you lying to me? No.
I was afraid to lie when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was afraid.
How young? When did you start lying?
Like I think I stole a pack of gum when I was like 7.
Right.
Right. And then I got in the car and I was like, "Where'd you get that gum?" And I was like in the back, like, idiot.
I don't
didn't
have
pay
any
attention.
gum.
So I know what you're talking about. And she was like, "You have a pack of orange flavored gum. Nobody in this house wants this." She turned around, drove me back to Wegmans, the grocery
Weggies.
store, and made me go up.
That was Syracuse. That was before Wegmans was everywhere, by the way.
Hand it back and tell the lady at the register that I had stolen it, and I just wanted to die.
Did it teach you a valuable lesson?
No. I mean, listen, for a long time.
Don't get caught.
Yeah, don't get caught.
Don't get caught.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it stuck with me. She did the right thing. I haven't had any of that happen.
I had a guilty conscience. I never shoplifted, ever. I don't think I ever have. Never shoplifted.
You know, do you ever do this? Do you ever do self-checkout?
Yeah.
If you keep trying to, like, if you try to scan it and it won't scan through, you're like, damn it. Ah, this one's for me.
No, I know how to work.
I'm not asking. No, don't tell me.
I know how to work barcodes.
No, but sometimes if it's not going, I'll do it like 3 times. And I'm like, now it's free because now it's not self-checkout. Now I need help. So it's going in my bag.
I think that that's kind of fair, honestly.
Right? I'll give it a shot.
Imagine that it is user error.
No.
Because self-checkout is not that difficult.
Yeah, but you've never had like somebody who's like a cashier, like also be like, this is not scanning. I mean, it happens.
You just hit the barcode, dude.
Well, I mean, all I'm telling you is just every once in a while, it's like 2.
Now it's mine.
2 for you, 1 for me. 3
Right,
for you, 2 for me.
Yeah. No, I never shoplifted.
Okay.
There have been times where I've accidentally shoplifted, and that's fun.
Do you don't run back?
No. I go, that's what a victory. Because I don't have any of the guilt because it was an accident, but I didn't do it on purpose and you guys didn't catch me. What a victory for everyone.
Yeah. Have you ever put something at the bottom of the grocery, like at the bottom?
That's where the accidental shoplift
and then you go
happens.
out to the car and you're like, usually they're good and they'll catch it. But if they don't, it's like, oh, do I go back in? No.
No, I look at the bottom of the thing and I go, I can't believe we all just got away with it.
all
I get away with
yes.
it guilt-free.
Yes.
And you guys gave me a free garbage bin.
Look at this.
This is fantastic.
We're all winning.
No, but like when I was probably, I don't know, probably around that age, 7, 8 years old, my friend and I were at a playground with his mom, and there was graffiti on one of the pieces, and like a tube, and he's like, we should do some graffiti. I'm like, this is a great idea. There's graffiti. We should definitely deface property. Let's deface property right now.
Immediately.
Yeah. And then he was like, I'll go get a marker from my mom. I'm like, great idea. And then I don't know, this mom, in hindsight, I think she was kind of a Nicole mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
yeah,
I think,
yeah.
I'm like, I think she might have still had some wildness in her that hadn't been subdued.
Yes, of course.
Because he goes, can I have a marker? And she's like, yeah, it's in one of my purse. And she gave him a marker.
Yeah, because I'm sure she thought you were going to play like tic-tac-toe or something on the sidewalk. Not
With a marker?
I don't know.
You use chalk for that.
I know you do, but if you're a kid, you don't give a shit.
She gave him a Sharpie.
Okay, great. And you graffitied.
And we graffitied. And then on the way home, she's like, hey, by the way, what did you guys do with that Sharpie? And we were like, nothing. She's like, did you graffiti with it? We're like, nope, we didn't even think of that. But what we did was nothing.
Zero things happened.
She was like, then why'd you get the marker? We're like, I don't know.
Did she keep asking questions?
And she goes, well, I want you to know, if you graffitied, that's illegal.
Oh, did you think the cops were coming
we were
after
like,
you?
We looked at each other. We were like,
we did it.
Oh my God, what did we just do? And we didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But I was riddled.
It like destroyed
riddled
you.
with guilt.
Maybe
like I didn't sleep that night.
I was gonna say maybe that's where your insomnia stems from.
That's
from
what
graffitiing.
I mean, I remembered I did not sleep that night. And I was pained with guilt.
Wow.
And I was like, I just told my parents, I can't sleep, I have a stomach ache. They were like, there's nothing wrong with you. But I couldn't tell them.
Right.
And I never did.
The stomach ache it
was
I knew.
Graffitiing. I knew. It was
damn Sharpie.
Because I was riddled with guilt. But the way I was raised, if I was like, okay, I'll tell you, I feel guilty because I did this, they wouldn't have been like, look, that was bad. But also, you'll be okay.
What did they say? What would they have said?
They would have made it worse. They would have told me I did something horrible. They would have said, go to your room right now. Like, you just think about this. If you can't sleep, then you can't sleep. Go think,
Oh, so you were like, hey, nobody got time for that.
Yeah, there's no getting out of this.
I'm already riddled.
I'm going to have to sit in my pain.
Yeah, nobody wants that. We want to feel good.
Right. Whereas, realistically, it should have been like, I mean, you shouldn't have done it. Don't do it again. But, like, don't lose sleep over it. It's fine.
Right.
Nobody cares. It was the inside of a tube.
Yeah, but when you're a kid, you kind of can't play that game with them because, like, you need to somehow, like, that needs to be like become a core memory that like you have so you don't maybe make mistakes again.
Yeah, but I think a lot of times too, those core memories end up being like
bad memories.
I was traumatized by this and I shouldn't have been. Like if they had just been cool, I probably would have realized it's not that big of a deal, but don't do it. Right?
Sorry. What the rope pipe? This is why you don't drink when you're doing a pod. Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul.
Are you hydrated? Was it worth it?
It was. Now I'm better.
Was it worth it?
I'm sorry, I was thirsty.
Yeah. Because the lesson from that wasn't like, oh, never graffiti again.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I can't tell my parents anything.
Yeah, ever.
Right. And then you just end up lying a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
I told my parents, my mom. Oh,
You're
sorry.
right?
No.
I mean, was the water really worth it?
No.
Check this out. You're going to be blown away, right?
What?
Watch this.
Shut up. I breathed in a little when I was swallowing.
I mean, it's tough.
It is.
Tough.
It's
We're just
very-
learning. We're all learning.
We're all learning to swallow.
Yeah. Yeah, not you. You're the champ.
Yeah, the goat. I did.
Throat goat no more.
Yes.
You are. You're getting this game is passing you by.
I forgot to tell you something that happened last week. I think it was last week when we were dealing with like a clerical error via SiriusXM. Can we call it that?
Sure.
I think it's better now.
Get that rasp going. You need some bourbon?
Yeah. Does you have any? So we were dealing with that. And when I alerted you to it, because I was speaking with my people.
Your people. Your people.
My lawyer.
Right.
And I was
Enablers.
And I was like, okay, I don't like what I got back from our company. I'm not pleased with what their response was. So I forwarded it to you to be like, hey, check this out, because you were involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote, I can't fucking believe this. I'm absolutely livid with my lawyer. Something like that, right? And you write me back. Then all of a sudden,
like a rational human being who can read.
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry, not all of us can read lingo mumbo
lumbo. Some of us can't even say it.
Legal mumbo jumbo, right?
that's
like,
right.
sorry, I didn't go to.
It does take.
No, don't make fun of me.
Stopping. No. Literally, to read those things, you have to stop. I read it 7 times. I'm busting your balls, but
Yeah.
like you have to read every single
it's like
word.
in another language.
Yes, you have to shut your brain off to anything around you because you will easily get distracted by anything. You have to read every single word
Right.
and then read every single word 2 or 3 times
No.
because they're like, no, because we put in here annuity.
Yeah.
Or what, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're like, ah.
So all of a sudden I get you wrote me back and I was like, okay, yeah, I like what he wrote. But that I like your response. I liked your response. So
And I was like, that'll be $150,
Exactly.
by the way.
All of a sudden I pick up my phone and I see a text message from my lawyer. Hey, just catching up on this thread. That was a little harsh, don't you think? And
Your email?
I forwarded him after I forwarded to you.
Yeah.
I did a Nicole. I forwarded him me being like, what the fuck? I'm absolutely livid with my lawyer, to my lawyer. I was like, no. Well, first I go, who was harsh?
Nicole.
I said the email from the company.
Because you didn't realize at first.
So, when you're in Gmail, sometimes it's all like,
I go slow.
not me.
No, you go fast.
I was livid.
This is why I don't do contractual business on the train.
Yeah, well, I needed it to be.
We can get it done right now.
And I was annoyed.
Right here in Brainerd.
And I was frustrated and I wanted to be right. I
Oh
wanted
my gosh.
the company to be wrong and me to be right. And then I wrote, I was like, who are you talking about? Like
Oh
the
my
company?
gosh.
Are you going back and look at it?
Yeah, because that is what you wrote.
I said, who is harsh? The company's response or me? And then I was like, no. I'm not. I just was mad in the moment. I'm not really mad at you. I love you. Like, I'm like, didn't even know what to do or say because it's like when you text about someone, if I'm like, oh, Sam's so annoying and I text it to you.
No, that's bad.
I know. I've done it many times. I've gotten myself into this situation way too many times.
I'm looking at the whole thread. I'm livid with my lawyer. This was not my understanding.
That's what it is.
And you
right
sent it
there.
to your lawyer.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
you are so not careful.
I know. But he knows me and has dealt with me in many contractual disagreements and just contract negotiations. And
he
so
knows that you are emotional about it. I mean,
totally.
but by the way, like you're just reading this, and like even the emails that you're sending off to Sirius, they're just dripping with raw emotion.
Are they?
100%. You're like,
This needs to be.
I mean, like even this.
I think the first thing I wrote was, think we got a real big problem
That's what I was
here.
about to say. It was, hi, think we've got a problem.
Right.
And it's like, come on,
What
dude.
how do I start that when I'm like, you messed this up?
No,
You
no, because that's where you're coming from. That you are coming from instead of actually solving the problem.
Yeah.
Like everything else in your life, you want somebody else to say, I was wrong and you were right.
It never
Because it's
happens.
gonna feel good right here.
So good.
Just get the solution that you're looking for. Who cares about right and
And
wrong?
then when they-
By the way, right and wrong, it doesn't exist. It's not a real thing.
It is.
It's a construct. It's not real.
All right, enough. Last episode we were talking about
That's like
how
when people go like this. They go like this, but that's not fair. There is no fair.
I know you're
It
sounding.
doesn't exist.
The last episode we did, you're talking to me about how we're in this simulation. Stop with the construct. I can't. Already,
It's
I can't.
make-believe.
No, it's not. This is not make believe. This
Grimm's
is real life.
fairy
no,
tales.
it's not.
Ah, one is right and one is wrong. No, they're not.
No.
It's not real. There's a solution to a problem. What's the road that brings us to the solution? How about this? You go like this. Hey, a little confused on something. I just noticed this. I thought it could be this, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, and
that's
guess what?
You're right.
They
but maybe
still, knowing them, they still would come right back and be like, no.
You don't go knowing. You go.
I know them.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I read this. Oh, okay.
Hey, did we get what we needed and wanted in the end?
Not with you, with me.
Well, you were able to interpret it for me.
Because I'm not going like, oh, I'm so hurt. I'm so mad. I want to be right.
Shut up. I mean, when we figured out the mistake.
I want to be right.
You seemed like you were damn excited that you had figured out a glitch in the Matrix.
I do. I love a glitch in the Matrix. But then I also love going like, okay, what is the strategy here? And as I'm going like, okay, here's our strategy. You're like, email sent. I'm like, wait, what? I go, okay, here's how we're handling this. Okay.
Done.
Yeah. Here's my plan. So, Nicole, sent. I'm like, what was sent?
With such pride, holding it up like a trophy.
You said we were right, so I told them. I sent it.
I let him know.
I go, oh my gosh.
I was like, well, Sam said. No, I didn't do that. You know how much it killed me when I did finally talk to my lawyer? And then he was like, all right, I'm good, because he was away with his family. He's like, I'm going to take care of this next week.
No worries. I'll take care of it right now.
And then I was like, you're going to make me sit and wait on this? You're going to sit and make me wait?
Look,
I'm working on it. It's not easy.
I have had other interactions with various people that I've worked for when they're like, hey, this, or you can't do that, or this. And I go, okay, I hear you.
I do what I want.
No, that's not what I say. That's what you say.
Get what I want.
That's what you say. That's not what I say.
Bitch, you wrong. I'm right.
I go, let me go back into the agreement. And I start reading the agreement. And I go, the way I try to make things open enough to interpretation where things can still get done. And I go back and I read the agreement. I go, okay, this is what it pertains to. Okay, this is what I was doing. Okay, this is by the letter. I'm right and they're wrong. I don't have to say this. Mm-hmm. I can go, hey, so I'm reading this, XYZ. Do I have that wrong? And they go,
no, you don't leave the room for them.
Of course you do, because you're not wrong. You go in knowing you're not wrong because you're reading the agreement.
But I didn't actually know that if I was wrong or right.
But then I told you.
Shut up. Also, I feel like I don't like it when when contracts are written, and this happens sometimes, where it is unclear. Isn't that the point of a contract? To have everything be laid out?
Yes, but people also write contracts in an unclear way so that things can be used to one advantage or another, one party's advantage or another. So you just kind of have to make sure, look, it's written this way, so let's make sure that.
My favorite is one of the responses was, I agree. This is not written well, or something like that, but worse. Like, this is like, they didn't say shittily because it was someone from the company. They didn't say shittily.
No, shittily is not, I don't think, contractual language.
No, but it was like, this isn't worded, this isn't written well. And I was like, and they were like, we'll rectify this. But like, you wrote it shittily.
But that's what, again, it's like.
No, I'm not saying, I just, that made me laugh.
But that's what you want. You want them to be like, we messed up. And it's like, no. You don't need, I mean, who cares?
Anyways, I just needed to let you know that happened. That was like the aftermath. I totally forgot.
It is so funny.
I am horrible on email and text. I make those mistakes.
Because I watch you. Because you do it. You do 6 things all at once.
That's why I love that.
I'm sitting there and you go, so what's going on with you? And you got these big talon thumbs and you're just going to town. And I can tell you're doing 3 things on the phone. You got long ass thumbs. Look at the fingers.
Are they really that long? I actually should have been a pianist.
Yeah, you should have.
No, but look, like I got the long, what is that called? Like
what's not Glenda, but Glinda.
Oh, and Alphaba?
You got Alphaba fingers.
What is Alphaba? I do not.
My pretty.
So you've gone after my feet and my toes for years, and now you're going after my hands?
Well, it's usually not one or the other.
I do have finger toes, but I didn't think my thumbs were that.
No, they're long. You got long ass fingers, dude. You see, by the way, you put the thumb in your mouth, you only got one knuckle deep.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay? You got long fingers. And you're using those fingers. I can tell you're doing 3 things on your phone all at the same time. You're going because you go like this. Oh, I got to text this person. Oh my God, this person just emailed me back.
Wait, what was I talking about?
Did you see this guy who's twitching while he's cooking?
That's
and
the way I'm wired. That's the way that I'm wired.
But if things go wrong,
love me or leave me.
No. Because if things go wrong, and
they do,
like, don't you go like, you know what? Maybe I can just like not totally change as a human being, but let me shift my methods of operation so that less things go wrong.
I mean, I should,
but
I'm not gonna.
Okay. All right, good.
I mean, like,
I'm glad that that's spelled out.
Yeah, but I'm like working on like evolving in those types of ways, like just like emotional regulation. Like I need to learn not to pop off. Like I need to learn to like take a minute. But that's really the main thing. All of the things that I have issues with really boil down to like taking a beat. Like you always say, I never take a beat.
No, there's been no beats taken.
No, zero.
No, no beats. Not one beat.
No,
beatless.
I'm very impulsive.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Yeah.
But it's hard when it's something that like I really do feel like this is the way I'm wired. So I have to
train yourself.
Yeah, it's hard.
Right.
I have to like read.
I know. I keep hearing about it. It's hard. You train yourself, and then you go, I'm working on it. Like,
I am.
There are no results.
You sound like Matt. It's like when I said to him, when did I say to him recently? Like, oh, like, cause I am a big, I talk about this all the time. I'm a big therapy person. I think therapy is great for many people. I think it could help people who aren't like even going through something. It's just a sounding board, right?
This show brought to you by BetterHelp.
Yeah. But I said something to him about like, you know, like, well, maybe you should go back to therapy or something. And he just was like, yeah, how's therapy working for you?
Why? What?
And
That's mean.
That's mean.
It's a mean thing to say.
And I was like, just because he was like, I don't see it doing anything. And I'm like, that's so mean.
It's mean.
Like I legit, like I do this to try to better myself. And I'm trying to become a better person and a better partner and friend and mom. And like you just threw that on my face just because you don't see me like zippity doo dah.
That's one of those throwaway lines that it's like all the work you've been doing for 2 years, meaningless. You might as well quit.
Right?
It's just mean.
And then you know what I wanted to do?
No.
I literally like I freaking exorcist. Like fucking head starts spinning, Linda blaring. I just wanted to be like, I will vomit gasoline all over you.
Right.
And I will make you wish you never took that breath and said those words to me.
Right.
So you're not helping.
No, you're
helping.
calling the demon out.
Don't do that.
Don't call the demon.
It's dangerous.
The demon will arrive.
And you'll be sorry.
You will. You don't like the demon.
It's not fun.
That's why we started therapy to begin with.
Ruins the whole weekend.
Right. Right.
And it was a lovely weekend.
But
yes,
don't call on the demon.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like it's just hard. It's hard to evolve. I don't think people change. You can evolve. You don't really change.
No. Well, I mean, evolution is change.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
But it's a slow.
It's not like I'm going to be like this, then all of a sudden, like one day I'm going to just be goody two shoes and like quiet and conservative. Never going to happen.
That's right.
It's not me.
That's right. And I wouldn't want it to be you.
Right.
If you did that, I'd be like, oh, I remember. Because then here's what would happen. You'd be like, guess what? I've learned to slow down. Guess what? I've learned to not make mistakes. Guess what? I'd be like, cool. Remember when you were fun? Remember those days? No. Anyway, I'm going to go find someone who's fun. Enjoy you slowly responding to emails.
Yeah, no one wants to listen to this shit, Nicole.
No.
Get it together.
That's the most difficult part is that you, unfortunately for you, have to find a medium between like, I still have to be a little bit insane, but also maybe dial it back a little. And you have to figure out where on the meter you're supposed to be. And that's, I mean, how, I don't know.
No, I don't either.
I don't know where you're supposed to be because you probably hit it. And then I'll go like, yeah, we can go a little crazier.
Yeah, and I'm never going to find the
Perfect.
right dial because I am either on both ends of the extreme. There is no middle ground for me. So
yeah. Yeah, how's therapy going for you?
Ew, looks like it's doing a lot.
That's not cool. That's not cool at all.
Your lovely wife would never say anything like that to you.
No, she wouldn't.
No.
Because it's a destructive thing to say.
It is. And she's always trying to help you. Like, she makes all your doctor's appointments, even though you never go to them. Like, when was the last time you were actually at the doctor?
The dentist?
Or anything. Dentist, doctor.
I went to a dentist. I went to a dentist a couple weeks ago.
And you got your teeth cleaned?
I got my teeth cleaned, then I went back for a couple fillings.
Oh, a couple cavities.
No big deal. Little ones. No big deal.
Did you get laughing gas?
No, I just got the Novocaine shot.
Have you ever had laughing gas?
I don't think so. You mean that NOS? That wait, that's what it's called, right?
Nitrous.
Nitrous oxide,
yeah,
right?
nitrous oxide. It's just a whip it to me, but.
Right. No, Kanye loves it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you're not afraid of the dentist? Are you afraid to go to get a physical?
No.
You don't like.
I'm not afraid, but I haven't been in so long.
You need
I need to go. I do need to go.
Do they really cup your balls and make you look to the side and cough?
Well, they don't like cup. They just kind of feel.
Do you ever feel uncomfortable?
No. I mean, no, and I used to, last time I went to the doctor, and maybe this is why I stopped going, because I go
You're
to
like, bend over.
well, I go to the doctor, and then they go, and by the way, if you're uncomfortable with this, like if you think this is uncomfortable, I have to do it 10 times a day.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like a little laugh, right? And then I went back like a year later for a checkup, and the doctor used the same line.
And you were like,
and I was like, I'm not coming back.
no, it's over.
And now it's been 10 years. I've been to the doctor.
But like you have children, beautiful children that need you.
Right.
So let's just do a little quick checkup.
I'll go. But obviously I'm great.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right. Like, but you're great. Like, yeah. Like I'm looking at you, you're great.
Thanks.
But we don't know what's happening inside our bodies.
I mean, I feel like I'd have some kind of symptom.
I mean, not always. Don't do that. Don't be that guy.
No?
Oh my God, I have to tell you a story. Oh my gosh. Okay, my friend.
Right.
I'm hanging out with her this weekend, and she's talking about she used to live in the city. She doesn't anymore. She lives in Connecticut, where I was visiting my other friend. So when she first moved to the city, it's like, okay, I gotta get my groceries.
I know this friend.
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
You don't know this friend because this is a friend of a friend's.
Oh, gotcha.
But she's my friend now. Anyways, she was telling me about when she first moved to New York City. It's like daunting, and she kept asking why I still live in New York City. Like that's insane, just like you always say to me.
It's stupid.
And she was like, so I had to get like my new grocery store, my new dry cleaners. I had to find all my new doctors and dentists and everything. So she's like, I need to go to the gyne. I got to go get this.
Oh, yeah.
The lady part's checked out. So she goes, makes an appointment, finds a place in her neighborhood, goes. And normally when you go to the gynecologist, like they give you like a paper robe kind of, so they can check your, make sure the titties are good.
Yeah.
Make, do like a little crank you open, see what's going on in there.
I've seen movies that start like that.
All right, yeah, okay. Yeah. So she sits down and she sees like the gown thing, but it's only like it's like short and it's like only like a vest.
Nice.
She was like, "Why is the whole bottom half uncovered?" Okay, maybe this is how this guy just easier access.
Right.
So the nurse comes in, does her blood pressure, weighs her, everything. She's sitting there and she's like, "This is so weird." I'm like, naked. Why is this thing not covering me? But doesn't say anything. And the nurse didn't say anything, so she was like, obviously, this is how they do this at this gynecologist. She sits down, the doctor comes in, does like a few things, and then is like, "All right, you're good to go." And she was like, "What are you gonna do my pap smear?" He's like, "You're at an ENT." What? She goes to an ENT. He's like an ear, nose, and throat doctor.
No, I know what an ENT is.
And that thing was like, I think maybe if they're like cleaning out your ears or something, for nothing. So she got naked at an ENT for no reason, and no one alerted her.
And she's just vag out.
Just vag out, ass out, everything out.
And nobody's being like, we're here to get the earwax out of your ear.
Paper vests, like no bra. Like no.
Doctor's like, I appreciate the show.
Like, how do you make that mistake?
That's really strange.
Oh.
Like, how do you make that mistake? And then how does the nurse not go like, you don't need to wear that?
You couldn't put your clothes back on. She was like walking out. She was like, I wanted to die. Like, just like, it was like a walk of shame. But
how do
like,
you not know what kind of doctor you're going to?
I don't know. And also I feel like there's clues. Like when you sit, like,
huge
right?
clues.
There might be
but also,
things,
what do you need clues for? You make the appointment.
Pamphlets about sinuses.
Yeah.
We're not down there. We're up here.
We're up here.
Not down
These
here.
cavities,
Yes,
not those
no,
cavities.
different cavities.
Wow.
Oh, I just thought it was so good. I was like, that's something I would do.
But it's got to make you feel good that you didn't. Like,
Right, that it was
as
her.
nuts as you are, like, that's way crazier.
So when you do make your next doctor's appointment,
make sure it's the right.
Right, because I'll
Maybe, don't think you're at the OBGYN.
no,
Because you might not be.
you don't go to a dentist who's like cupping your balls.
Right.
Right. Or
You're just out there like, go ahead.
yeah.
Adjust the balls. And she's like, we're here to clean your teeth.
Oh, it was my favorite story I've heard
That's
in a minute.
amazing.
It was good.
That's
good stuff.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought of you because apparently I'm getting very into this trend that apparently has come onto national prominence because of the Mormon housewives of Utah.
I mean, I can't stop.
You love that show.
I've
never seen the show. I'm not watching the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. I literally I could watch all the seasons over again.
So I keep watching these videos about how people in Utah
The soda.
addicted.
Yeah.
I've got all the ingredients upstairs.
Oh, you have like the syrups and stuff?
All the syrups, the creamers. I got lemons and limes sliced up. I can make. You want a dirty soda?
I mean, something.
I've been making them all weekend, testing different recipes.
Tell me what you got. What do you like?
Okay, well, I mean, to the point where my wife is like, how many syrups are coming to this house? Like, more syrups just keep showing up.
And in Utah, I mean, maybe there's other states too, but like you go to the places and like this is what they have.
So I've been watching these YouTube videos. And it was so funny, by the way, like 2 weeks ago when I was talking about, I forget, maybe method actors or something like that.
Yeah.
There were people in the comments that figured out what YouTube videos I'd been watching. Though I was like,
Oh, they could
so
tell.
in tune with this. So maybe you'll figure this one out too. But yeah, like so in Mormonism, they say it's originally they said it was because of the caffeine.
Yeah, because they're not allowed to have coffee, but there's tons of caffeine in.
You can't have alcohol, you can't have coffee, you can't have tea.
Right.
You can drink soda. And at first they go, well, you can't have caffeine, but you can drink soda. And they're like, but there's caffeine in soda. And they just go, it's God's will.
No, it's Joseph Smith, a guy who just like
he wanted all those wives.
Made this. This is like made up. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I feel like didn't someone like write a book like maybe 100, maybe 150 years ago, just like bury it, and then was like, this is the word.
Well, yeah, I think also a lot of it was like, especially in that Utah area, they were trying to make their own. They were trying to not secede, but go like, hey, America, like you have your own thing going on here. We want our own territory that's our own space.
Yeah.
And we want to be left alone up here.
Yeah.
And America was like, yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's not how we're running
No.
things. We're United States. Okay, you have to be part of the federal government.
Right.
Have to be.
Sorry. But they still do their own thing. There's still like polygamy and stuff, which is like
Well, not
all of Utah.
Not all of it. And not all of Mormonism does polygamy.
No.
Because they realized that polygamy was making it so that they were having difficulty recruiting people.
Right.
A lot of people think that when they first started, and I think we've talked about this before maybe, but that like the polygamy thing might have just been because the guy that was starting it like wanted to get away with cheating on his wife.
Yeah, and like, you know.
And then he's like, well, luckily it's God's will.
Right. Oh.
And then they were like,
you can't get into heaven without.
And then there were like people that were going to join Mormonism and they were like also sister wives. And people were like, what? And they were like, oh, good news. Just got another word from God. We actually aren't going to do the sister wives thing.
Wait, I'm sorry. It's coming. I'm getting a message.
Just
right
got okay, actually, just got a third word. You can if you want,
right.
But it's not expected anymore.
But you'll definitely get into heaven faster the more you have and the more babies you have.
Because they'll be Mormons.
Obviously.
Because that's what the thought was. If we have more wives, we'll have more Mormons. Except then they were like, well, we can't recruit new Mormons because people think this is weird. And they're like, okay, well, I don't know. Yeah. But that's all to say that in Utah, because it's gone that way through generations, that they're obsessed with soda to the point where, like, not only do they have, I mean, they have 2, 3 drive-through soda exclusive
places like everywhere.
Restaurants.
Yeah.
On every single block.
Yes.
That like 2-3 times a day have lines out the door.
Yep.
Like, I mean, out the door, it's drive-through, but you know what I mean? Like, like drive-through around the block. And people are just going in, getting 44 ounces of soda, and just keeping those cups with them all
super healthy
day long.
And like when you ask, like it's a joke. Now, if you watch the show, you'll be like, "Oh, what's your order?
What's your order?"
And the orders can be, and they have them memorized, like 17 ingredients long. It's like, how do you know that? Like 1 pump of this, 4 pumps of this,
right?
Like it's just crazy.
And some people will just get straight.
Yes.
44 ounces of Dr. Pepper, please. But otherwise, so I was like, okay. Because, I mean, I feel like...
This was made for you?
Yeah. I mean, to me, I'm like, there should be one of these in our town. Like, not necessarily the drive-through, but, like, if you had, like, a cool spot.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, a lot of... I think it's for 2 audiences. First of all, 3 audiences. People who just love soda like me. Right. That's obviously
right.
But I think, like, high school kids...
Yeah.
Who doesn't love soda? Soda rules. High school kids, like, get out of school, go, to the soda shop.
Yeah.
And during the day, I think there are a lot of wives and moms that love a treat.
It's like a little treat.
A little treat.
Because it's more than like getting like a coffee to like wake you up.
No, it's a treat. It's
desserty. It's sweet. Yeah.
And especially the way you make them, right? Because you put the creamer in.
Do you blend it?
No. You just
because
stir.
there's bubbles.
You just stir. So you put the creamer in, you put the syrup in, you put the soda in, and you just blend it.
Look
so
how
like,
excited you're getting as you're telling me.
I mean, because I've been
so I go, changer.
I go, okay. It was like, I think it was, I tried Coke. These are my specialties right now. First one was Coke, cream, vanilla, lemon.
That sounds good to me.
Stirred up.
You liked it?
And it was like very good. And you can put like a little more cream, so it's a little less soda-y, a little less cream, so it's not quite so heavy, whatever. Then I got Dr. Pepper, coconut, lime, and the cream
Dr.
is
Pepper,
like
coconut, lime. Wait, keep going.
Dr. Pepper, coconut, lime, and the cream is not like heavy cream. It's Coffee Mate.
Yeah.
So it's Coffee Mate, Dr. Pepper, coconut, actual coconut, like squeezy coconut.
Oh.
And lime. And what, like, you just put a lime in there and then you stir it.
What was the one that we got? Like, it wasn't, it was at the store. It was like, it might have been a Dr. Pepper. And you're like, doesn't you feel like you're on the islands?
Coconut cream.
So maybe that's why you like that.
Because I know it's like, it's a flavor that blends well.
I didn't like that.
No, it's, trust me, it's so
it's
good.
really bad.
No, no,
It's
no.
horrible.
No, it's not. You're wrong about
Okay,
that.
that's fine.
And then I was like, okay, these are my staples. These
Okay.
are established. Now I can start thinking. And then I start getting my kids involved. I go, okay,
Well, that's fun for them too.
100%. They love, like, right now, my son,
Yeah.
I was like, how'd you like me to make you nice tropical blue raspberry? He was like, yeah. So it's Sprite. I go, cream, no. He goes, cream. I like it a little smooth. And by the way, you got to do it with a lot of ice.
Yes. Very cold.
Yeah. And also, it helps to kind of like water it down a little bit in a
Yeah.
good way. Sprite.
Yeah.
I think we did. I don't know if we did lime or lemon. Sprite, blue raspberry syrup,
Mm.
cream, you know,
That's fun.
creamer, and maybe a little lemon. Maybe.
I want you to make me something before I leave.
I did.
You made me something?
I will. I mean, I got all the
He's like, and
ingredients.
here it is. Somebody comes down. with a
I did
platter.
orange creamsicle.
Ooh, how was that?
Orange, Coffee Mate,
Yes.
vanilla syrup.
And it was bomb.
Straight up, of course.
I kind of want to. Do you have any Diet Coke? No, just Coke.
I think because I
I
didn't,
want something with Diet Coke or Coke. I want to try that. With
Okay.
like something like
because I didn't travel into the sugar-frees, because then you get sugar-free syrups. Because if I'm going to do Diet Coke, it doesn't make sense to do Diet Coke with the sugary syrup.
Yeah, that's fair.
You would go sugar-free. You go, because that's some of these ladies, I guess they love that. Like a little sugar-free coconut, a little sugar-free
Right,
vanilla.
because
a
you
little
feel it just feels like healthier because you're already drinking something that's so unhealthy.
And I got the pumps too.
Oh, you love it! How excited are you?
Right,
I
right.
get to pump like you're a real barista.
100%. And they're like, I go, how many pumps? They go 3. I go, oh.
And I want you to get that Sharpie that your friend mom gave you
Yeah.
when you were younger. And you got to write. You got to ask me my name. You got to write it down, just like where it
Have
started.
a great day. Enjoy your treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? The Mormons, now that I'm thinking about it, do love a little shortcut or like a little like it's okay to do this but not this, right? So you can't
Yeah.
have coffee, but you can have this sugary, caffeine riddled drink.
Yeah. They don't want to. They go like, okay, these are our morals, except if we can find a loophole, we'll take it.
Right. So like no sex before marriage, but hey, shove the penis in. Somebody stand on the bed and jump up and down, and that doesn't mean you're not actually having sex.
Is that a true thing?
You're soaking. You never heard of soaking?
I guess I have heard of soaking.
That's what they do.
But I didn't know somebody stands on the bed, jumps up and down.
So that you don't have to, but that's usually what they do in college. Like at BYU, they're
Like
doing
there's
it. So like you
Bring them young?
bring them young. So we would like be in the bed. You would put the P in the V, but we don't move.
I'm not pumping.
You
So
are not.
this is not.
So, but you're inside of me, which means we are actually. I mean, that there's intercourse.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So you go inside, and then friends will jump on the bed, so you move because they're
But then you
jumping.
have to have the friends in the room with you.
Correct, but they all seem to like when you see.
I mean, this feels a little like Midsummer.
I'm just letting you know that if you like, you can Google it. Like people go around and do interviews, and they're like, yeah, like my friend did that with me. And like it's very normal.
Jump up and down.
Because you want it.
Right. There's a
But
loophole
also,
here.
I would think no one's getting off from that. Like now it's just a weird orgy kind of, because or like a watch party.
It is. And there's, by the way, I don't believe there's no pumping.
Well, I think you end up pumping a little because someone's jumping.
I mean, there's
Jumping and pumping.
and then you get excited and you're like,
Oh,
I did a little one.
sorry.
Yeah.
So but that is like a very like you
They
say.
talk about that on the show?
I never heard them talk about it on the show, but it is something that I have.
I've never heard of the people jumping up and down, but I'll look it up.
Oh, I'm gonna find videos for you, not of them
Nice.
doing that.
Okay.
Talking about it, it's like a very common thing, soaking.
No, I heard. Yeah, I thought it was just like sitting there until
No, and so as a joke, a long time ago, Matt didn't know that I was
as a joke.
as a joke. Air quoting,
We should do it as a joke. As a joke.
I was just recording on my phone. I went in and I was like, Matt, have you heard of like soaking? And I was like telling him about like what they do, and I was like, can we just try it? And he was like, you just want me to stick my dick in you and just like don't move? Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to try it. Like maybe it was. He went nuts. I have to try to find the audio.
No.
He's like, I'm not doing this. Freak. He kept calling me a freak.
I love that not only does he say no, he puts you down.
Like I'm inviting you to do something different.
Right.
Interesting. Spice it up. He's like, nothing spicier. I can't move.
Yeah, that isn't spicy.
I'm not going to just lay there and soak.
And then did you suggest and then we'll have some people come over and jump
No,
up
I
down on
didn't say that part. Like I just,
That's the part I've never heard of.
yeah. Oh no, I don't know if that's. I think that's what I think that's like a college thing. That's how they get. That's their loophole. You can't have coffee, but you can have soda. You can't have sex, but you can jump all your.
Because that almost starts to feel like a kink.
Right.
You know what I mean? Having all those people around and everything.
I would imagine a lot of people are left. What did you call it? Unsatisfied and
unsatiated.
Unsatiated. Right.
Right. Especially the ladies.
Maybe a little blue balls. Oh, the ladies are screwed.
That's right. The point.
But you might have a little oopsie daisy.
Oh yeah.
But not the girl.
Not the girl. I wouldn't think.
Just you putting it in and sitting there. Nothing's happening.
That doesn't make you go, oh man, that sounds great to me.
It makes me want to pump.
Right. Just a little
I don't want anyone jumping.
Because you can't pump back then
Get
either.
out, right? Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of little...
But Utah's like a beautiful place.
Oh my gosh. Like to die for.
Yeah.
Like it really looks like somewhere like you might want to live. But then you think about all these remember Ruby?
I mean, bro, I already thought Utah was a beautiful place. When I found out they have soda restaurants everywhere.
Don, you're moving.
I was like, wait, I mean, tell me where's the bad part about this place? I can't find one thing. And you could soak all you want. That sounds great.
Yeah, I feel like tons of horrible stories come out of Utah though.
Like what?
I remember the Ruby Frank thing with her 8 kids, and they were on a YouTube channel there in Utah, and she ended up having to go to jail because she tied her kids up and starved them.
I mean, I guess, but I don't think that any of those YouTube parents are all that great.
That's also true.
You know what I mean?
Did you watch the one recently that was about the girl and her mom, and her mom moved all the other creators and YouTube creators in, and now they're suing her?
No.
Oh, I'll have to find out what it is, but it's it looks really good. Like she took advantage of all these kids, and
wow,
it just looks juicy.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that.
Don't think it was in Utah, but
yeah,
I digress.
No, I don't think that many bad things happen in Utah. I mean, bad things happen in you live in New York City.
Yeah, horrible.
People everybody on fire on the subway.
Do you know what my kids call when they see a junkie?
What?
They go, oh no, don't let's walk over there. There's a zombie over there.
There's a zombie.
I'm like, you're not wrong. That's exactly what they look like.
Right, and it's just, but isn't there a part of you that goes I can't have my kids just growing up in a place where zombies are normalized?
Yeah, where they don't just step over
I got to step over a zombie.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You know, that's not good.
But also, it's built character. They're cool kids because of it.
And you're sitting
not
there
because
going
of the zombies.
You know what's bad? Utah. Okay.
It's sprawling green.
Right, mountains.
Beautiful. And the girls are so pretty.
They are.
So pretty there. I can't go there. I'll feel not good about myself.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? You'd probably corrupt a lot of the gentlemen there.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're all pretty corrupt. Everyone, this last season of the Secret Lives of
Oh, are they corrupt?
I mean, so many of them. It's I heard you went away and your husband cheated on you. When you are in a religion or you live in an environment where you're constantly there's things suppressed, rules. You're not supposed to do this. You can't do this. This isn't accepted in the church. Eventually you want to rebel.
And then you also have power, probably.
Yeah.
A little money, a little power in the community, like you do. Yeah, isn't that the Sister Wives show? That's a mess, right?
The Sister Wives, I never really got into it, which is weird because I do. Yeah, it's a mess. I think he's not even with all of them.
Right. But what's the percentage that he is still with? Because if 50% of marriages end in divorce, as long as you can keep half your partners, you're still successful. I think
he had 4, and I want to say he's definitely divorced from 1, and I think there might be 2. But also,
that's the national average.
That's true.
He's doing fine.
He's doing all right.
Yeah,
he's still winning.
Fine.
Yeah, but also it's that's another thing that I feel in the Mormon church, it's looked down upon to get divorced. So just stay in an unhealthy relationship.
Well, what religion is it not looked down upon theoretically to get divorced? There's no religion where they're and you could till death do you part unless you don't want to.
Well, one of the
that's literally in your vows. You're would definitely be together until death.
Until divorce.com.
Right. And then it's well, maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been great if you said that at your till death do you part, till death or
divorce.com.
Yeah.
There was one girl the last episode, this girl Macy on it was talking about how they say something again, they think if you you get married and you have, again, if you're Mormon and you watch or you listen to Satisfied.
Shout out.
We
love the Mormons.
Love you.
Love the Mormons.
Tons. They're big.
Big Mormons.
But I don't want
very religious.
I am not speaking. I do not. This is all I've heard. I don't know for
I've
sure.
come across as very pro-Mormon. I've been pro-soda. I've been pro-everything. You're the one.
That's soaking, or not soaking, talking about.
You're anti-soaking.
No, I'm not.
I'm pro-soaking.
You would hate soaking.
I think it's great.
You I guess anything to get in there, right?
Yeah, you get in there,
Get
you don't
in.
have to do, and there's no expectation on
There's
you.
no work.
Right.
Yo, bro,
I mean, it sounds
let's go. Jump faster. Jump higher.
right.
Harder.
This is on you,
yeah.
coach.
She was talking about how I think something where you do get married, if you get married like in the church, that you're technically sealed, which means that you would be together like in the afterlife, you'd be together in heaven. So when you get divorced and let's say you get remarried, in their eyes, you're still sealed to the first. So like let's say you and I are married, we're in love, it doesn't work out. I go and I remarry Matt. According to the Mormon church, I'm gonna see you in heaven, even though I hate you now and we're no longer together and I'm with this person and made children with him.
That doesn't seem like heaven.
No. Seems like hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you have still married Matt if you knew you were, it's not just for, like, you're also going to have to deal with him in the afterlife?
I mean, I don't know.
Right?
I mean, listen, the thing is, when you get married, you're not thinking about like what I wasn't thinking.
Eternity.
Real, that's a long time.
Like, I figured 20 years max.
Yeah, there's no way we're surviving after that. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but that feels very, I would be intimidated by that. So like I'm stuck. It feels like very like you don't have free
Limiting.
will.
Yeah. But you did choose your partner.
Yeah, I chose my choice.
You chose your choice, and so did he.
And what a choice it was.
Yeah.
Special. Are you happy with your choice? You chose a good choice.
I have a great choice. I'm good.
Sometimes I wish I could honestly have sister wives. Like I would love Jess to be one of my sister wives. I like and almost like live on a compound, not actually like all banging each other. I think it could be really nice to just like raise our kids all together.
I feel like you want my wife as your sister wife without any of the husbands.
That too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
no, but wouldn't it be fun? Yeah, I mean, not to you because you'd be like, oh, get away from me. I'm going to my room and locking it.
Yeah, I'd be like, we all get our own houses, right? Like,
yeah, I'd be fine with that. But just to live like near each other, so it could be like, hey, like I'll take care of him tonight, or have them come over. So
I know it feels like a lot already. I already feel overwhelmed by it. No, I don't.
Okay, but this is if it's, according to like the way the sister wives normally work in like a polygamous community, we would be doing the work that you don't want to do, right? We would be the women are the ones that are like,
no, but you'd all have expectations. You'd all want it.
You wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to get it up every night.
I'm not talking about sexual expectations. Trust me, I get it up just fine.
Okay, but wait, I have a question. Let's say that you were actually a polygamist and you had 5 wives. Do you think it would start to feel like a chore and not fun?
Start to. I think it'd be a chore from the beginning. Yes, I don't think it'd be fun at all.
But don't guys just want it all the time, all day, every day?
But no, number one, no. I mean, think about even when you're trying to have a kid.
It
gets to be a lot. It's like, oh my God, with this.
Yeah.
And even if there's different, you know what? Andrew Schultz did Sam Roberts' show. And we talked, you know what he said?
What?
One wife is a lot of wife.
It is.
So imagine the idea of being like, you know what? I need more wife. No.
But I feel like.
No, I feel like it's like, because you're just thinking of this, it's not like having an affair. Because you have to be there for the emotional needs of all of them.
Whenever you hear like anybody talk about like in that community, like if you see a documentary or something, they all seem like they're ready to take on more. The more banging, the better.
If you text me now and go like, oh, I have a problem, I can look at that text and be like, let me address that in a few hours. I really don't need to deal with Nicole right now. But if you were my sister wife, I couldn't get away with that.
I think you could. I think that'd be part of the deal.
What happened when you texted me about nothing even of seriousness?
This is different. You're my friend.
Okay. But imagine if I was...
You're my good friend.
But imagine if you were a sister wife and I was not.
Well, then you be my man. And yeah, you better.
And then my house is getting burned down like Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
No, but
I don't need that.
I understand what you're saying.
And then you be coming to me going like, oh my God, you know what happened today? And I go, no, and I want to keep it that way.
No, but I think that it would be more like you'd have more room to be like, to triage all of us, because it'd be like, I do have
you get Wednesday, you get
yes,
but then I'm juggling with everybody's problems.
I could make a whiteboard calendar and you'd be all set.
And with all of you too, I would have nobody to talk to. Nobody about what's going on with me.
I would be there for you.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
No, you wouldn't, because if you only got me 2 days a week because I was with the others, those 2 days, it would be like, no, I have 5 days to dump on you in 2 days. And I'd be like, oh my God.
I wouldn't be like all the other wives. I'd be a cool wife.
Let's ask Matt if you're a cool wife.
I am in a lot of respects.
Sure.
But in a lot of other ones. Yeah.
Emotionally, would you say you're draining?
Oh, terribly.
Right.
I drain myself.
Right.
I'm aware of it.
But that's what I'm saying. So if there was you and then several more you,
But maybe
I couldn't imagine. I'd be tapped dry.
But there wouldn't be several more me. There'd be like a me and a Jess, like completely different, right? Like completely different women. And then you'd have someone then you might have like a Taylor.
It sounds like hell. Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
You don't love us.
I love you.
Okay.
All of you.
Okay. But I only want to be married to one of you.
One is enough. And it's like the rest of you, I'll see you when I see you.
I think Matt would like it. I think he'd be down for like 3.
That's because he has this thing where he would want to think he has a harem.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like he would want to he would think he was so cool.
Yeah.
And he's not cool.
I mean, he has his moments, but yeah, lately he says things and he just looks at me and he's like, "I'm fucking old, huh?" Like he just looks at me and he's like, "Did I just say that?" Like he's starting to hear himself and look at himself like, "Why? What was becoming of me?"
I think he's gonna. I think he's. If I know him like I think I do, I think he's gonna have a great. This is gonna be a
second
great
part
phase.
of his life.
Yeah, once he can embrace the fact that he's just like an older guy and he doesn't have to care at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, then it's like gloves off. He's gonna have the time of his life.
Yeah,
I think.
I hope.
I think so.
Because I want to be there for that. That sounds fun.
Oh, it's gonna be a blast. It's
gonna
gonna
be
be frustrating and fun at the same time, which is your life.
That's just how I live. That's how I thrive.
Did you hear about this story? Right, I thought of you because this is the type of movie I would make you go see. But I don't think I can make you go see movies anymore because
No, you can't. You ruined me. I heard Final Destination. This last one was like one of the best movies ever.
It's so good.
Is it so good?
It's
I'm not going, but
so good.
yeah.
The kills are unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. But there's a story that came out that somebody's sitting there, and have you seen any of the Final Destinations?
Like maybe the first one.
With Devon Sawa?
Yeah, Devon Sawa.
It's so good. But like all these Final Destinations, the whole thing is like how crazy and elaborate these kills are. Like it's like the idea that you would have this deep thought in your brain that would never happen. Like, well, if that plug right there came undone and then there was a drip from that pipe and it hit that plug and a spark came off and that wall set on fire, well, then that would come around and Jesus. You know what I mean? Like,
it's too complicated. Also, my producer Ben said that every time you think something's going to happen, it's like, it goes a completely different way.
It goes,
like, what?
Right. It goes a different way. Like you should have been looking over there. You were looking over here at the obvious thing when in reality, they just said there was a screening of Final Destination.
Yeah.
Everybody in the theater and everything. The ceiling collapsed during the movie of the movie theater.
No.
Yes. The ceiling of the movie theater collapsed.
Did anybody die?
Nobody died, but there were injuries.
Like bad injuries?
I don't think terrible injuries.
Who can you sue?
The
theater?
The theater.
Not anyone involved in Final Destination.
No,
I'd be like, is this?
I don't think it came down because of the bad juju.
I mean, I don't know.
Can you sue for bad juju?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, just putting it out. The vibe was off.
Yeah.
I'm suing because the vibe was off.
I'm charging you with bad juju.
No. It would be the theater. But it is, I mean, that is the exact type of nightmare. Because you are, when you see that movie at all, like I saw that movie and then the next day I was at the gym.
Yeah.
And I was laying down on the bench, right? And I was about to bench press.
Yeah.
But I'm looking.
Some serious weight.
Some LBs.
Yeah.
But I was looking up, right? And I saw plates around me. I see this pole above me. I see the grated metal ceiling. And I'm like, there's so many things that could go wrong. I'm about to be beheaded here.
Yeah.
But when you're in the movie theater, like you're literally looking up going, oh my God, when was the last time somebody fixed this ceiling? What if this thing collapsed?
Are you thinking like that because of what just
happened?
Because
of what you're seeing in the movie.
Yeah.
But now for that to actually happen, now it's like, no, this is possible.
Yeah.
And probably going to happen at your screening.
I saw someone that was on like a road trip on TikTok or something, and they were like, is this a joke? Like, we're like legit in Final Destination right now because it was a truck with like a bunch of logs.
That was the promo for the movie.
Yeah.
Was they rented out log trucks instead of like, and they put Final Destination ads on them. Which is great. It's so smart.
But they just kept filming. And they were like, is this a joke? And they kept like trying to get away from it, like go move around it. They couldn't. They were like, why is this happening?
Yeah, I don't want it anywhere around me.
No.
I think that's Final Destination 3 when the logs come off the log truck. It just goes straight through that windshield.
Yeah. Do you know what one of my biggest fears is? Not getting hit by a log from some trucks, but being impaled.
In general?
Yeah.
Just having like
something go through me all the way. So it's like through my back and then I can see it, or through my head. Like just the impaling I don't know what it would feel
like. Well, it went
like.
through your head. You probably wouldn't feel it at all.
Just the idea of something like going through me.
Going through your, Going through your gut seems worse because you'd look down and you'd be impaled.
Would you rather die like in a fire or like being hot or frozen to death? Like just getting frostbitten or even not even fire, but just I think frozen to death.
I think heat actually.
No, I'd rather no.
I think heat. Although frozen to death, I think that you
Go numb. Do you hallucinate? I guess you.
I think you do start going into hallucinations.
But you would do it with either, I think.
But I think a fiery death is way quicker than being frozen to death.
Have you ever seen somebody on fire dancing around screaming?
Yeah, but that's not frozen to death.
I'm
is
sorry,
not like,
they're not dancing.
Well, it looks like they're dancing, but it looks like. But frozen, it's not like Mr. Freeze comes at you and just goes freeze.
No, I know.
Like frozen to death, like takes time.
So same with heat.
No, heat takes like 5 minutes. If it's. I mean, are you talking about like dying because you're exposed to like 120 degrees over an extended period of time? If you're dying of fire, it's not going to take that long. Dying of
I think I was just. I think I wasn't really thinking fire. I think I was just thinking like temperatures.
If you die of cold, it's going to be like
a longer time. You think?
You're like a day.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hours,
right?
But to your point, I don't know if you'd actually feel the hours.
Yeah.
Because I think you'd start to hallucinate. I think you'd be out of body.
It wouldn't be ideal. I mean, all of these things. I hope they never happen. I hope I never get impaled. I hope I never die of freezing to death.
Yeah, I'd want it to just be quick. Whatever's quickest.
Right.
Whatever's quickest. Fire, cold, water. I don't care. Just as long as it's quick.
Just end it all.
Right. If it's time to go, it's time to go. And that's it.
It's not time to go yet. We are here for the long haul.
But it is time to go for this week.
It is time. I hope you guys are feeling satisfied. I feel a good amount of like fulfillment, satiation.
Yeah. That's the word of the day.
Full satiation.
Satiation.
Did we just make that up?
No. To be satiated.
Satiation. I don't think it's a word.
It might not be.
Okay, but that's okay. We're still going with it.
But satiated is a word.
Right.
To satiate.
All right, let's go have a soda. Can you make me one?
I'm going to satiate you.
Okay.
And I hope that you are all feeling very satisfied, very satiated. Don't forget to subscribe across all audio platforms. Leave little 5-star ratings.
Yeah.
Leave little reviews on Apple and Spotify and all those spots. Follow us on YouTube. Follow the YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Leave comments. Hit a thumbs up.
All the things. Do all the things, and we'll keep satisfying you.
Yeah, we'll keep doing it if you keep doing it to us.
Perfect.
It's reciprocation here.
Yes.
We're going to be soaking. You guys jump up and down on the bed.
We work together.
Yeah. It's a group here. We'll see you guys.